Kwame Nkrumah said, forwards never, backwards never. Sadio Mane says, Yankonkwa. Anyway, coming to the Ghana Premier League, and clubs will crumble if asked to play behind closed doors. That's according to Kwabena Yeboah in his reasoning about the coronavirus and what the next step should be for our local football.
There is a suggestion that they should play behind closed doors, as has started in the Bundesliga. Is that sustainable in Ghana? And we find some of the club leaders arguing strongly that if they have to play behind closed doors, and that is led by Alhaji Grusa, who is the bankroller and founder of King Faisal, then every club has to be paid a minimum of $200,000 to play behind closed doors. Is that tenable? Does the FA have the money to play the league behind closed doors? Even at a time that we play the league and when the fans were at the stadium, only some of the top teams like Asante Kotoko, like Altobok, and in recent times, Legon Cities, were trying to bring the fans to the stadium. So if you want to play the league behind closed doors, and there's no way that the FA on its own can start the league without direct intervention from the central government, it's looking increasingly like the league being cancelled is something that the Football Association doesn't want to hear at all. And let me use this platform to appeal to the central government. And it's something that a lot of people have already expressed concern. If we do not want our teams to collapse entirely, if the league is cancelled, I bet you quite a number of our teams could be extinct because even when they're active, they're struggling to survive.
In another development, former Ghana international Willie Klutse also says that clubs will require a full preseason to be ready should football come back. He was reacting to all the talk about the possibility of having the Ghana Football Association get clubs back if the ban on social gatherings are also eased.
Since the ban on public gatherings took effect on March 16 earlier this year, conversations have surrounded the impact the lack of football activities would have on clubs in the country. It has been devastating, football investors have said, and there are calls for a decision to be made on the future of the current suspended season. The GFA is reluctant to end the season. According to the president of the association, Kurt Okraku, corporate bodies would not take the GFA serious should they cancel the league. Medical experts, notably CAF Medical Committee member Dr. Pambo, wants the season ended. But Willie Klutse, technical director of Inter Allies, insists they have invested a lot into the current suspended season and would want to continue.
I think the impact is very high in the sense that when you look at the clubs, the investment that we've put into this season's league is very high. And we would love to play our football if the ban is lifted. For now, we don't have any idea when the ban will be lifted. So it will depend on the date or the time that the ban will be lifted. Then we will look at our calendar and see whether we can finish the first round and then go on to play the second round. It will be good for us to continue and finish the league.
Medically, many have argued that it is not advisable for players to be assembled and resumed playing actively. The 1978 AFCON winner believes teams would need a pre-season period to get their players back in good shape.
The FA, if they want us to continue the league, then they have to give the clubs at least 1 month mini pre-season, because we have given them some programs and we have been communicating with them and they said they are training and all that kind of thing. But we know these boys. I have played a game before, so I know what players can tell you something, but they mean the other way. So we are not too sure of their fitness level now. But if the league is going to be started, then we need about 1 month to prepare them and build teamwork for the league.
Ghana football has been zigzag in the last 3 consecutive seasons. Mr. Klutse reckons it is difficult to build quality players with this inconsistency.
Muftau Nabila with that report. Thank you for your time. That's the sport. Let's do this again tomorrow.